There's 3 people on already. Floppy Ori. What if instead of Mark's workshop, it was Goat's workshop, and instead of watching him build cardboard, we just glazed him? That would be funny. How's it going? Same student, Noodles, Head 5, Head. What's up? Same student, Floppy. What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in. On my desk is a helmet prototype I was working on, and the best part about prototyping, if the prototype works out, I typically, like the armor I was designing in the last streams, if it works out, I can just use it for my armor set. However, I was just kind of playing around trying to make actual hinge mechanisms like this. These are screws. I don't have any more on my desk, but these are regular drywall screws. And then googly eyes I screwed onto the screws because they're sticking out. And then I made popsicle stick locks like this. So now it can open up and lock and stuff like that. So I was just playing around with the intricacy of actual like locks and hinges on cardboard helmets, because I rarely do that, because I need to get used to building that kind of stuff for my next helmet, which will look similar to this and my my profile picture helmet, which was the English Knight. But this is how it works. It has this part, the visor, which opens up. And it works for the most part, but now you have that option. But to get it on your head and to still have it be shaped to your head, this whole front part also has to be able to open up. And then you can, here, let me show you this. You can actually slide it onto your head. And also, like I said about if it works out, I'll just use it for HEMA for another knight to wear instead of like my personal armor, which is what we're working on. If this will lock. Take a look at that. And then boom. So he'll be chilling up there. Here's what my armor set looks like so far. Back to the literal drawing board. I'm trying to design pauldrons for that armor set that I just showed. And I'm very picky about these, and I'm kind of going through like an artist block because I can't think of something cool enough and simple enough. Because if you notice, the couters and like the whole knight armor, the thing that attracted me is that it just worked both artistically and functionally, and it just looked so unique, and it just resonated with like OCD and stuff and my ADHD so well that like that's why I wanted to build it. And because I hate the stigma of fantasy armor, and this isn't fantasy armor. It's just like fantasy armor with all the gaps and places that you could get stabbed. Just pisses me off. So like the best armor those characters have is the plot, you know. So that's why I have this fixation for historical European knight armor, and I'm trying to design pauldrons that both look cool and they're cleverly designed. Like they function well, but the way they move needs to be clever. And I looked at so many iterations and I just can't pick one to build. But we're not worrying about pauldrons, even though I feel like I should be right now. That's why this is titled Pauldrons with a question mark. So what we're supposed to be building, anyway, is gauntlets. I'm going to be building gauntlets for other knights, so I just have a large quantity of them. But like I said about the prototype advantage, if they end up working out, they work out. So I'm just going to cut up some boxes and stuff and actually build it now. See, like all my streams, you're going to be watching me figure it out as I go. Okay, that fell. Just seeing if there's any new people that came in. Alright, I have this box. All my boxes I typically get from grocery stores and stuff, and this type of cardboard is very specific. It's single corrugated, which means it only has one row of the squiggly layer, and then both layers. That's what cardboard is, just 3 layers of card. And this is what I use for most of my builds, and I can slice this up like I'm butchering a pig, basically, and you get this large bottom piece, this side piece, 2 more of those long side pieces, then these sides, typically you'll have a hole for the handle, but I usually just glue that closed, so I have this big square to work off of. I use it for helmets, gauntlets, and pauldrons. And on the inside, there's 2 more pieces right here on the sides that are very useful. So let's butcher this. It's literally the way I see it, because it's like a pig, you know, or a cow. You know, there's certain ways to chop it up. There's certain parts of the body that has like certain types of loins, like sirloin and filet mignon. Essentially what this is. I don't like to cut this down because I just take the tape off. I'm not worried about it ripping off any paper because I typically paint my cardboard anyway. So, now's a good time to update you on the T51, the power armor. I'm gonna finish it. It's just I'm still waiting for motivation to kick in. You know, it's like I don't want it to become a hobby. I don't want to work on it at any point while I'm working on it for it to feel like a chore, like, ugh, I have to complete this, which I kind of do because I promised you guys it, and it's opened a new section of my fan base to not just medieval knight enthusiasts, but Fallout power armor enthusiasts. Here's the list. It's on the back of this movie shot thing I got from Amazon. Here's a list of all the things we got to do left so far for the video that's coming out. Wrists, or trim the wrists, fix the legs. I got to fix the PVC pipe structure, and when I build the XO1 or a new T50 in the future, completely redesign that. Install air conditioning. I got to put new Lego motors in to add for the legs. There's all kinds of stuff I got to do. And like I said, it kind of feels like a chore. And if I haven't mentioned this in my last stream, there's a YouTuber I watch. I actually aspire from him. His name is Wintergotten. I think he's Swedish, but he's been building the Marble Machine X. He's also responsible for inventing the Marble Machine that is pretty popular on YouTube. And he's facing all kinds of challenges with the functionality and style of the Marble Machine, and that's a battle I constantly face, so that's why I can empathize for him. I'm just glad that he's still making content, and he's still striving to make musical, artistic machines, and he just doesn't give up. So he's a great role model for me. We're almost done with this part, don't worry. I'm trying to make it quick. But you see how I'll use any type of cardboard, but this is like my go-to, because see how you have this big square? You can draw anything on it. You could draw like a pauldron or like any kind of shape. You can take pieces and just like continue making these and make them one big piece. There's so many things you can do with these squares, and the best part is they're rigid. Notice how like it's not super weak or floppy or anything. Like the quality, it's just there. The only thing it's lacking is size, but it's not too small. And sometimes I don't want to use a giant sheet of cardboard from a massive TV box just to make a helmet. You know, I want to take advantage of that and make either a shield, a sword, a mech suit, or some kind of backdrop prop for a Pacific Rim skid. Speaking of Pacific Rim, Gypsy Danger, I still have them. I'm very backed up on videos that I gotta finish, series that I have to finish, like the night set I'm working on. Nobody asked for that, but I decided to do it because I need a new armor set. Sorry, I kind of want an armor set, but I have to finish the T51, of course, and I have this problem where I keep wanting. It's always fun to start a new project. I wish to start a new night series, as you guys know, with even more interesting things that happen, like 2v2s, or different warriors fighting each other. I'm not trying to copy Deadliest Warrior or anything, but that's just something I want to do. I also want to kind of work on my Nerf channel a little bit, but that's not like my priority. The Nerf channel, it's only gonna be posted videos on whenever I'm like, oh, all of a sudden I want to modify a Nerf gun or something. But remember how I was talking about creator's block or writer's block or artist's drawer's block? That's what's happening with me when it comes to thinking of new integration mod ideas. I just can't think of anything that can out-clever the MG249, the Vulcan I just modified a few months ago. It wasn't my mod. Like, I did not come up with that idea. It's my mod. I still have it in my room right over there. I'm gonna actually show it on camera real quick. It's just so clever. Here it is. It was so genius, and the only thing I did that customized this idea was the ammo box. That's a real ammo box from a hunting store, and I made it compatible. I integrated a mag well, and then integrated a mag into it, modified that, and now you can attach the box that the Vulcan came with, which I also painted, or you can put this one on. Not much heavier, but it's noticeably heavier. And now you have more capacity for 50 or 75 rounds instead of 25. And it looks sweet, you know? It was just so clever, and it's so tactical by using the deploy as the stock. And I used a regulator grip as the handle. And I even utilized the front part, the cross guard on the front, to run the wires up through that too. And then the flywheels, like, it was just such a clever build. I can't think of anything integration-wise that can out-clever that Nerf gun in it. I keep running into that issue. How's it going? Georgia, Charlie's a dinosaur. What's going on? XO1 power armor. Yeah, it's coming. It's eventually. I'm gonna use that suit as an excuse to engineer a better suit, not just a different design of the power armor. So anyway, the gauntlets. I keep going off track. There's just so much I want to fill you guys in, especially considering I'm live. I want to take advantage of that. Okay, so for the gauntlets, you want to start off with the wrist, and they're supposed to be pretty thick. They're going to be pretty wide because you want them to fit over gambeson or sweatshirt or gloves or something like that. So also you got to look at the shapes, and before you cut out a shape of cardboard, you got to think, what piece of cardboard can I get the most shape out of, or stuff like that. Or let's say that backwards, I guess. What shape could I utilize on cardboard to get the most out of the shape and the cardboard itself? So I don't want to, like I said about a big sheet, I don't want to use that for a small build. I'd rather use that for something big, because I only have the opportunity for that one big sheet, like a TV box or something. Guess I'll use these left and right, and then we'll make all the ridges that flex out of the rest of them. If that made any sense. So basically, I'm just procrastinating the T51. Sorry. That's what happens. Okay, here, I'll do this one. Typically, yeah, let's try this shape. Scale. This is a technique I have been using my whole life, where I draw one side, and in order to make it symmetrical, I just flip it over. Don't need those. Now I'm going to bend it. So you use my desk for that. Oh, I'm not playing any more medieval music for now on. I got a copyright claim, which I disputed on my last one. I don't know why I didn't even think about that, but that's what happened. Okay. Fold that over. Sort of, yeah, try to match up the halfway point. That, trace this over here. Like that. And if you're fortunate to have both of your hands still attached to your body, you can flip this shape I cut out over to the other piece of cardboard. Unless for some reason you want to make asymmetrical gauntlets. Pauldrons can be asymmetrical, though that is historically accurate and artistically cool. Just see this. I have to break this in a little bit more. Like that. This was not supposed to be that thin, however, we'll just leave it open like that. And then have elastic to connect the two, and it will still do its job as protecting, so I'm not really worried. Yeah, that's good enough. For a prototype, especially considering, like I said, I'm putting these to use regardless. Now use a marker, easier to see. Try to use my leg to bend cardboard because it won't rip, and my leg's soft enough it won't damage the cardboard either. Oh, and if you're wondering when the next cardboard HEMA dual series will start, whenever I have a casting crew that's all available at the same time, the same schedule as the last cardboard night series. That's the only thing I'm doing 100% accurately. Oh wow, we got 9 viewers. Later on, the project I hope to do later on is to finish the ones I'm already working on, if that answers your question. I basically just went over this about the part 7 for the power armor. I'm just procrastinating it. I hate to admit that, but that's what happens with a lot of my builds. Because I don't ever want this to feel like a chore. However, I just started. I'm still trying to figure it out how I want it to go, because this is my first time ever being able to do it. I just started memberships on my channel, and to be clear, like, I don't want my fan base that's like 17 years old and younger to be paying monthly for something like that, because I want to be honest, like, that's just kind of cruel. I wouldn't want my fan base of 13-year-olds paying for my living, which I don't need it to. It's just if this is a source of income, I'm going to take advantage of it. And I've always wanted YouTube to be a source of legit income since I started. So, I mean, why wouldn't you take advantage of that in a positive way? So, YouTube recommended it to me that I tell my viewers about it. So I guess now's a good time. Basically, and I let the default benefits take over, like the first level, and I try to make it pretty cheap, which is like 99 cents a month or something. I titled that, I think, common folk level, and then knight level, and then emperor level. I was trying to include some medieval gimmicks to it. But essentially, what that you get out of that is like early access to videos. So I could do members only live stream, or whoever is a part of that membership will get early access to like a video or something like that. I'm still trying to figure out like a good system where I could return the viewership and membership, which I already do right now. You know, I post videos that are tutorials and or entertainment, and you guys get entertained and or informed. That's the least I could do. And not to call out any other YouTubers, but there are channels that just take advantage of the algorithm, and I refuse to ride the algorithm train ever. Because my channel and Shadowversity, a guy who I aspire from, he's getting screwed over by the algorithm. I talk about this all the time in my live stream. So it's making it very hard for him to make income off of this app, because sword content is just not being recommended to not only more viewers, but his own goddamn viewers. Can you believe that? And that's happening to me too. Like, on my YouTube, on the account you're watching right now, this account with Mark's Workshop, if I go on my homepage, it's just a bunch of videos I don't care about. The shorts are even worse. I'll click on shorts just to be entertained for a few minutes, and it's a bunch of bullshit I just don't care about. I want to watch, you know, people like the Cardboard Armorsmith, who does the same thing as I do. I come across his videos every so often on shorts, luckily, but like, I want to see like engineering, I want to see knights, which I do, but very rarely. It's just a bunch of stuff I don't care about. I don't know if that's you guys too, but it's me, and I absolutely hate that. And I'm like, I keep exiting out of the shorts, so I'm like, I don't want to feed those channels my viewership or watch minute time, you know, because I don't care about them. And nobody asked me to do this stuff I do on my YouTube channel. But like, when I was 10 years old or 13 years old, no one posted how to build a cardboard T-51. That would have been kind of useful for me. So I feel like I'm not getting the credit I deserve. Am I entitled to credit? No. I just don't think the 11,000 subscribers that I have now are being recommended the content I'm producing for them. So yeah, that's YouTube's fault. That's completely YouTube's fault. And it's just extremely disappointing, and it's making me, like, I mean, like, there's a difference between me saying, oh, I deserve this and deserve that, and me saying, I think I'm worth the viewers I earned. Like, the subscribers I have. I mean, come on. Like, getting this many subscribers has always been my goal, and more. It's just stupid as shit, that's all. Yeah, oh god, don't even get me started on, like, YouTube Kids. Oh my god, Coco Melon. Like, that's actual, like, brain rot officially being a new term in the English dictionary. It's devised into categories. Like, there's brain rot on Instagram Reels, where it's just like people getting hurt, you know, a bunch of random meme noises like the boom noise and the oh, what the hell, you know, that. But like, that's funny, at least, you know, people getting injured, sort of. It's kind of funny. So I like watching that, to be honest with you. It kind of makes me happy. Because, you know, I would fall on my face and do something stupid like that too. So it's also laughing at myself. I'm gonna glue this on. I'm getting off the rails here, sorry. But no, this is important that I bring this up. But the other part of the category of brain rot is YouTubers. And again, I'm not blaming them, because, like, if I was a greedy scumbag who took advantage of people's attention spans, like, this thing happened, and you'll never guess what happened at the end. Like, this is a YouTube short, by the way. I'm gonna immediately after someone says that, I'm immediately scrolling to the end and just seeing what the result was. And then if it's something completely stupid as shit, I'm leaving a dislike. Like, no wonder YouTube removed their dislikes, because why else would you let people share their opinions on your god awful content? Am I worthy of saying this stuff, or am I just completely out of my gourd? You guys tell me. You know, I'm no stranger to being humbled or being wrong. I'm just trying to be an agreeable person here. Like, this is just so obnoxious. Like I said, nobody asked me to build a mech suit or a Gypsy Danger or T-51. But, like, Jesus, at least give me the credit from my 11,000 subscribers that I worked to get. Jesus. It's so unjust. And like I said about that category of brain rot where it's just like, I don't mind if you, like, do that AI thing where the AI tracks your words and then puts the words in front of your screen, like literally in front of you, to lock your attention span in. That's not the problem. It's just like whenever it's a completely useless bit of information. Like, people have been doing that on YouTube for decades, you know? Like, people be like, how many rubber bands will it take to hold me from the ceiling? The answer, 641 or whatever. Like, I'm making this up. And the video would be 25 minutes long. Like, really? And that now that YouTube Shorts blew up in 2021, I'm going to singe this with a lighter. After YouTube Shorts blew up, now people do that with shorts. Like, Jesus, leave that on TikTok, not YouTube. And I don't care that people make that content. The thing that makes me rant about this is YouTube, the thing I use to make videos and to watch videos, is recommending that bullshit to me. I don't care. Show me Medieval Knights, like the Quidium. He posts videos about him and his co-stars, like, just unscripted fighting. That's interesting. I want to see more oversimplified. I want to see Electro Boom blowing stuff up. I want to see some actual brain food, not brain rot. Michael Reeves or William Osmond or an engineering channel or something like that actually intrigues me. And Mark Rober, a fellow Mark that I praise, he's kind of falling victim to that brain rot category, but, like, he's already made it. I'll give him the pass because he's already spent so much time on earlier videos that, like, he actually worked really hard on it, like, by himself. Now that he's, like, this corporate guy with a whole business and Crunch Labs and stuff, I don't blame him for kind of riding the algorithm train. Like I said, you know, he knows what he's doing, but you couldn't even pay me. You couldn't pay me enough money to retire for the rest of my life, so long as I had the cost of that being, Mark, you have to make brain rot, you know, content just to ride the algorithm train. I'd say, screw you, eat me. I'm gonna do what I like to do, whether it gets me views or not. Am I gonna complain about it still? Yeah. Oh, God. How long has it been? 28 minutes of me bitching and moaning. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Even worse, Georgia. Like, the quick Disney cash grabs. I promise you guys, I will make a movie one day. Whether it enters theaters or not, it'll be on YouTube. It's probably going to be Medieval Knights based, and it's going to have good, entertaining, fulfilling stories and characters. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry, I'll save everyone. Because no one else will. Anyway, yeah, gauntlets. Those are cool. Oh yeah, hot. Don't do that. My membership thing. Yeah, so I'll think of ways that I could benefit the people who benefit me if they ever join those. And like I said, I discourage anyone under the age of like 18 to do that, because I don't want you guys spending, you know, whatever money you have on my videos. I mean, I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing, but I'll do like members only live streams, or you know, like little perks, or what else could I do? You guys give me ideas. You know, I try to listen to my fans, so you tell me, what would you like to see that's worthy of being a member only perk? Like content wise. Let that dry a little bit. I'm probably not gonna use hinges for this. I'll probably use elastic like I have. Do you have chicken? No. Gamer tag should be Marcus Aurelius. I was thinking about that. What's up, Ducky? Jace Brewer. Yep, I mean, agreeable. Just like Penguins.0. There's a difference between just bitching and being an agreeable thing, like person, you know? I think I just gave myself a burn. That hurts. Okay. I'll feel that tomorrow. Yes, one of my favorite... what the fuck? Okay, the stand on my glue gun just broke. One of my favorite medieval channels, Shadiversity, who I used to get almost all my medieval information from. He's suffering the same issue with, like, the algorithms screwing him over. No, I feel that a lot. And his brother Jazza. I don't think he's getting boned by the algorithm, but I watch Jazza too. He does all this art. He's extremely fun. However, he did call out ZHC about, like, the biggest art channel on YouTube for, like, doing the bare minimum or doing close to no art, and even worse, like he would just do, like, the big influencer lifestyle. Like, it's an art channel, relax. Like, today we're gonna be customizing this pair of scissors. Who gives a shit? Or, and the worst part is, he would screw over the other artists when he did the Art Alliance thing. I just think that's completely unfair and unjust and low-key illegal to not, like, pay the people that you flew into town. He did a lot of evil things. But despite that, even if he didn't, he's still just an annoying scumbag that, like, or at one point he was. I haven't watched his channel recently, where he was just like I'm gonna like Jazza basically made that joke, like, I'm gonna be customizing this piece of popcorn and giving it away. Like, really? It's like, why am I watching this? Okay, fine, I'll customize a Tesla. Again, why am I watching this? I'm gonna spray paint over a Tesla, even though the rain's gonna wash it off. Like, what is that? What happened to actual art, like drawing pictures, which ZHC used to do. He used to draw, like do tutorials on how to sketch, like the kaijus and stuff from Pacific Rim and superheroes. Like, he used to do that, like, from his humble beginnings. And after his channel took off, it just went completely out of proportion from there. All right, I'm gonna take a break from yapping. This is what it looks like on the armor stand so far. Oh, found it. See, now notice how wide it was. It can fit over the existing van brace like that, and it stretches because of the elastic. And that's what it would actually look like. Now I need to build the rest of, like, the hand, so, like, this part of the hand, and then I prefer the gauntlets that are just to keep all the fingers together, and then it's like one thumb. I mean, you can do all the fancy fingers, but, like, this, the mitt, the oven mitt is what I call it, is way more protective, and a lot of enthusiasts can agree. So how are we going to design that? Well, first we got to design this part. So I'm going to grab some of that cardboard I cut out. these two. These two look like Minecraft raw muttons. Or a tomahawk steak. Anyway. Put this back up on here. The least I could do for you guys is be honest. You know, like when I tell you, where's the T51? Well, I'm kind of busy. In life and on YouTube. You know, I want to do all these things to entertain my whole audience because I have a wide variety of content. So much that I even have a second channel, Mark's Workshop 2, where I do Nerf gun mods. But like I said, that is on me. I admit that. That's completely on me. So, for future argument's sake, that's completely on me. I take responsibility for overworking myself. Okay. But even whenever I do put in the work, like I think the longest video I made, how to build cardboard T51 part 6, it's my longest video yet, and every inch of it, besides the intro, the outro, and me walking around in in power armor, the whole 17 minutes is me informing and explaining and showing how I built the thing. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand what I'm talking about now? Like, I'm not gonna waste any part of that video, and that video takes a while to produce. My setup is just an iPhone and my desk and myself, and I like doing that. I like my videos to be that way. It's just like whenever I do put in the work that you guys ask for, YouTube algorithm screws me over. That is what I was complaining about. Just to be clear, you know, I admit that the lack of videos on the T51, or I'm not even falling behind that much. That's on me, but even when I do deliver for you guys on time or often, YouTube doesn't even do its job to show my goddamn subscribers the video I just made. Like, I posted 2 videos, maybe it's not what everyone's been looking for, but those don't even have 1,000 views yet, and it's crazy. Anyway, I'm sorry, I keep getting off track. You can understand my frustration though, right? I'm not a special person. I just, I feel like I should be given the credit where credit is due, that's all. Sorry. sorry for thinking that. Right side, we'll do that. I mean, probably just be a rectangle, right? This. Oh, whoops. I need my marker. Hey, that's my name, Mark. If you couldn't tell, I'm making this up as I go. That's how prototyping's supposed to be. Cheap and quick. I need to cut out a curve on this piece after I bend it a little bit so it fits into the wrist better. Sorry, if you guys commented on something, I will always respond to it in a second. I'm just trying to figure this part out. Alright. Remember, this part is just that visible part you see of my fist there. Clamp it. started this live stream explaining how picky I am when it comes to shapes. Remember, this is not the official gauntlet. I'm just trying to get it down on how to even build it before I build the official version in a video of its own. Is that what I was looking for? It's gonna have to be. Something like that. Oh, shoot. This part should be more square, but whatever. We'll go with it. That's what Bob Ross would have said. And then the rest is all just going to be joints and knuckles, basically. Yeah. So let's duplicate this piece right here, this shape. For the left hand. What the? We might end up using that piece I just threw to the side anyway. Okay, this. Was this the right? I mean, they're both identical. It doesn't matter, but I would like to know which one's which. Excuse me. Guess it does not matter. Okay, we're gonna glue this on, and then I'll read your comments in a second. This is my least favorite part of any of this, is sitting here waiting for the glue to dry. And when you think it's done and you let go, it's not dry. I hate that. If you do what I'm doing, that strategy is gluing one side, so then you have it actually held down at least on one of those sides, so then you can glue it all the way around or in sections. But, oh yeah, I don't know why I haven't said this already. I don't know how many people are watching now, but you guys have been tuning in, the 10 people that are watching or so. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys actually subscribe to me if you are. So, thank you guys very much. You deserve recognition. which is something my members will always get, of course. Recognition, that's a guarantee, because it's deserved. Rapidly cool that down. There we go. Alright. Let's see what you guys had to say about all that. Jeez, it's already been 45 minutes. Yep. Thinking about making your own YouTube channel. That's cool. What's your content gonna be, man? Idea for Cap's shield and Thor's hammer. That's a good idea. I do not use a clothing rack, no. Opinion on Brandon Sanderson. I don't even know who that is. Plants vs. Zombies. It's awesome. I already streamed Hams 2011. I already have a Discord. I have a link to it in my community posts. And it's kind of dead, but you can join the Cardboard Armor Smiths. His is way more active, and that's where I typically respond to questions anyway. How's it going, Comic Inc.? You guys asked me the same question like 10 times. Yeah, you guys are saying a lot of agreeable things. I might start like an Etsy page or something where like I sell some projects, or like I think I said, how's it going, Pale King? I would only sell it as like a display piece, because like I wouldn't expect you guys to use it, because remember, the thing about all these cardboard things I build, they break. And the thing that strives me to build more of them, like when it comes to cardboard knight armor, is to build it even more stronger and functional than the last time. It's still going to break, but that's what drives me to continue trying over and over again. To strive for even more functional pieces every single time. Which is what this cardboard armor set is, what I'm working on right now. It's supposed to be the most functional version I could possibly build to the best of my ability right now. As if I don't already have a bunch of challenges I'm facing. So, yeah. That's what I'm up to. So, I would have done a milestone skit for 10,000 subscribers. It's just same deal. I was busy. I feel like I could do another Pacific Rim skit, which I want to do regardless of it being a milestone celebration. I feel like I might as well just save that for like 15K or something. Whenever I'm ready for it, whenever the people that usually help me with those videos are ready. Yeah, again, apologies. I should have done a skit for 10,000 subscribers, but since I was working on the T-51 and the Night Fight series, I couldn't. I have to remember, I have to build the Jaegers, I gotta build the Kaiju, I gotta build a set, I gotta get people to help me. And those people typically do it, they help me for free, which is because they're my closest friends. So, like, yeah. Eventually one day, if I do get memberships, oh, here's an idea. Which was already an idea, but I just thought about it now. If I do have like a large membership crew that supports me financially in the future, that means what can I do with that money? I can pay people to be in my videos, and we can get like armies to fight each other. You know what I mean? I could get like I could increase the production value of the show here. This will stay the same. You know, there's nothing I need to buy to like. I use my iPhone. It works fine for this. But like, I could pay more people. We could do like 30v30 night fights. How would you guys like that? You know, that like, why else would I get a bunch of people to waste their Saturday to help me with that unless I could pay them something? So that's what you guys would get. I mean, they already, if you think that's a waste of money, then you must have not watched a single recent Disney movie recently. Because those are all just pointless cash grabs. I mean, if I had hundreds of millions of dollars, I'd make literally the best movie you'll ever see this decade. I don't know if you guys would believe me on that, but I would. I absolutely would. It could be history, it could be space, it could be sci-fi. It would be 10 times better than the bullshit fit in front of your eyes. So, yeah, that's a promise. But yeah, anyway, legitimately, I could use the membership support for better quality. I could make movies with that, you know. And better yet, I could produce more videos more often, and I could like, for example, so far I make about $100 a month on YouTube. I use that to like pay for PVC pipe for my T51, you know. I have a job outside of YouTube, but like I like to just use it as a business idea, as a circle, you know. The money I get from YouTube goes back into the production of my YouTube videos. What else would I do with it, you know? But like I could build a mech suit like every month. You know what I mean? And they could be like walking Jaegers, like actual mechs. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the most, like, I made like $200 in October. I mean, that's the entire month. That might sound like a lot, but in this economy, that goes away super quickly. And I say October because remember Halloween comes around, and the seasonal timeliness of the video, people look up how to make a costume, how to make this, how to make that, and my videos are prominent to show more often in that month. So October is like my golden month every year. But that's the most money I've made just on watch page ads alone. No membership, nothing. I just started the membership. I'm still trying to like figure out how to set it up, how to make it like a legitimate thing. It's already set up. You guys should just take a look at it and tell me what you see, because I could do like members only live streams / videos or shorts or early access to videos, things that you're willing to spend 99 cents for. I don't know yet. But yeah, it's a business circle. You know what I mean? I wanna return what I'm given, and it's fun for me. I like doing this. That's the reason I would do it in the first place, because I like doing it. And if I could get paid even more to do it, like a living, you guys would see, like I said, a mech suit like every 6 months. But I don't want to fall into that corporate circle. That's my biggest fear. The hacksmiths suffered from this. They're better now. As a matter of fact, they're working on a power armor themselves, or like an actual legitimate one. But 5 years ago, they ran into the corporate issue where like, oh, now they have to produce a video to make income, and it has to get 1 million views or they're screwed. Like, I don't want that to happen. I mean, that's my biggest fear. That's why I keep the production simple on my channel, and that's why I always will, because as soon as I have a whole crew of people, a director, a writer, like, now it's just getting out of control. Now we're completely lost the original point of my channel right now, which is just building stuff out of cardboard that I can teach you guys. You know, there's a wholesomeness to that. So I couldn't imagine why I would want to stray away from that, unless it's making some big movie that's about like knights and like 30v30 fights or something amazing like that. But I wouldn't go any farther past that ever, you know. And if you guys couldn't tell already, I do my best not to change for the worse. I try to change for the better, and I don't like it when my favorite YouTuber that starts off small changes to like this super YouTuber star influencer goblin. I don't ever want to do that, and I don't like it when my favorite YouTubers do that. I like this simple back and forth, just me being me. I don't have to play a character, and I have a right to talk because the things I'm building are things like that. in this. So, you know. As a gift for today's stream, I will make this stream a little bit longer because I did spend at least 30 minutes just yapping. But I feel like you guys could agree with me for the most part. We're gonna finish these gauntlets by the end of the stream, no matter how long it takes. I'm just letting you guys know. That's all. Oh, and the 10 people that are watching right now, how's it going? Thank you for watching. Comic Ink, you just brought up the power armor. What did you think of the most recent one? Is that not, like, I think personally, is that not the best one? Or like, which one's your favorite of the T51 series? Because that's a video I admit to working hard on, and I actually enjoyed making. The tedious part is just editing, you know, that's all. Oh no, Comic, I'm just Comic Ink. I'm just asking, like, what do you think about the T51, like the most recent video? Is it as good as I'm promoting it as, or what? Oh, to the I don't know if you're still watching. To the person who just mentioned that you want to start your own channel, a big piece of advice is to talk back to your audience. You know, listen to your audience. Ask what they want. You got to work with your audience. Like, if they go, like, if you notice a common theme of requests, like, oh, can you do the Fallout power armor? Sometimes you gotta just give them that, you know? Even if you don't feel like building it. And also, I promise you, T51s are fun to build, so... You know, or my point is, listen to your audience. Interact with your audience. If you guys notice, I comment on almost every comment, or I read every comment that is posted on my channel. It's the least I could do, you know? It's literally the least I could do. Alright, so we're taking this piece right here. And then we are going to... That's going to be the right side. See, that's where it's going to end. And then the thumb, there's a gouge here, which I might cut out a little bit more of for the thumb. But right now we got to make a bunch of pieces that bend over. I don't know how big this should be yet. So, like, I'm not just gonna, like, back on what I was saying about advice. Like, whenever I release the Cardboard Night series, I'm releasing a second series because you guys enjoyed it so much. But I'm also gonna listen to you guys and say, like, all right, what do you hope for? Like, people in the comments are saying, like, I hope to see Scotland, or I hope to see, like, a samurai eventually. Like, see, now that is an opportunity for me to deliver. And even if it gains 5 subscribers as a whole, that's better than 0. Like, you're moving in the right direction, at least, because you're listening to your audience. It doesn't mean you have to always, you know, like, this person requests that, this person requests that, oh, now I have to do that. No, you know, you can pace yourself, but that's essentially just my advice. Pace yourself, but listen to your audience. Give them what they want. Okay. And I decided I'm going to do some intricate shape. Like, this. Similar to the way my folds look on my, cuirass. Yeah. I'm going to have to do that duplicate method where I just do this. I cut out one side of that shape, and then flip it over to here. This might be too short. Oh well. Oh shit. Also, I have a very sharp knife. But you gotta be careful. You gotta go slow. If you guys didn't know this already, dull knives are, as a matter of fact, more dangerous when you're working as a tool, not as a weapon. Like, if you're using a dull knife, it's still sharp to a degree. It's not gonna cut through razor like wet paper if it's a rusty blade or a dull rusty blade. But if you accidentally go like this and cut your hand, it's going to cut your hand and infect your hand. So the reason a dull blade is more dangerous is you're going to end up, it's not going to perfectly slice through the thing you're cutting through. So it's going to force you to, naturally, you're going to want to pull instinctively harder, and then you're going to slip and cut yourself with a rusty dull blade. That's why dull blades are more dangerous. With a sharp blade, you have more control because it's gliding through the thing you're cutting like butter. So that's, if you guys didn't already know that. Alright, now we need to make, okay, that works, yeah. We're going to make a bunch of more of these, and then use elastic to combine them. Oh, Count Crimson Strider, I know you're not watching now, but I hope you're doing well. Sorry, I forgot to mention you. I usually do, because you're like one of my most loyal, if not the most loyal viewer of mine. You deserve that credit. You deserve that title, because you tune in all the time. Yeah, whenever you're watching this, man, if you know, I did not forget about you. He's also, I don't know if I'm just disclosing any private information, but he's an Englishman, so he was very happy about England winning the finals, so. Anyway, you know what would be funny if I made it an American night? You know, the USA actually fights in the European night tournaments, like Buhurt, or just like regular, like it's like a World Cup basically, but for nights. They go to like an abandoned castle somewhere in Europe, and then they have an actual tournament of countries. And Japan, even though they didn't have knights, they had samurais, but they were a historic warrior. Even Japan's allowed to be in it. And the USA is in it. And it's funny because we stand out because we're only 249 years old or whatever. Because we never had historical knights. We're not even 300 years old. But what's funny is our knights make it to the finals like every time. I mean, come on. That's just, I love that. That's so American of us. So I guess that's why there's the validation. Like, oh, they stand out a little bit. Yeah, but they kick everyone's ass. I mean, they don't win the finals all the time. Like, Great Britain won one time. Russia beat us one time. One day, I promise you guys, I'm gonna be in that one. Well, eventually. That's one of my goals. It's on my bucket list of my future. I want to go compete for the USA there. Eventually, that's gonna be so fun. And I'll have my own arena in my future dream house, so look forward to that. I am going to make a rounded edge here, just to make it look more finished. Like so. Looks a little bit more professional. Yep. I like the look of that. Looks pretty good. Cool. Alright, now we just need more of these. I still need to cut this out. I'm just eyeballing this. That is right, that's left. I should probably mark them. I'll figure it out, but it's important that I mark these. Check what you guys have to say. GW2, I don't even know what that is. It's to America. Do they use guns? No, they don't. Oh, tips to make a scabbard to hold a sword. Yeah, I have a video titled "How to Make a Cardboard Dagger." What are you guys even talking about? I don't even know what you guys are talking about. You guys are asking me tips on making a German salad, how to make a scabbard. I already have those videos, so just look up Mark's Workshop, cardboard scabbard, cardboard German knight helmet. The salad I made is titled Cardboard German Knight Helmet, which is where it derived from, the Holy Roman Empire or whatever. The Austrian knight wears it in my series, and the guy who played the Austrian knight was actually me to start off with, but then my other friend ended up playing him because I can't fight, because I also played England and France and England, France, Austria, England, and Poland. But the guy who played Austria twice after me, I let him keep the salad helmet because, you know, it's the least I could do, I guess. He wanted it. It's a cool helmet. It's a cool shelf item. Now that the Austrian knight is gone. I know it sounds like I get controversial on my streams, but there's nothing controversial about the truth. So, you know, I try to stray away from controversy like that unless it's directly affecting me, and it's worth complaining about. But we're just making gauntlets. That didn't really work very well, did it? See if we can get 2 out of this. Probably. Can we? Nope. Damn it. Whatever. Plenty more cardboard where this came from. One, two, three, 5. Probably get 6 out of this. Everything I'm doing right now is basically what you don't see on camera. This is all the off-camera work when it comes to any of my tutorial videos. It's essentially what you're all just seeing right now. It's all the stuff I typically do off camera. I'm doing it live on camera. How crazy is that? That's too small. Alright. Does anybody watch Rick and Morty? I do. I love it. I love that show. Alright, I think 3 will be good, and then I'll have to make a tip for the edge of your finger and a thumb, and then we'll be done. Alright. How should this tip look? that. I don't want to do it too round, because then that would defeat the point of it being pointy. So maybe just something like that. Yeah. I actually might have to redesign that piece, because I want it to curl over a little bit more. Down here. Same size, except this time I am going to do it round, turns out. Yeah. I'm going to put a bunch of slits in it, like that, so it bends in more, or something like that. Yeah. All right. Oh, I need that. Yeah, whatever. I'll just copy it over here. It's all good. Hey, for those of you guys who are still watching, I got an idea. Oh, 12 people. Sweet. Everyone, if you're comfortable doing that, leave the name of your country and then the flag next to it. I want to see where people are watching from. Alright, see that shape right there? I'm going to copy that one more time for the next hand, but while I do that, I'm going to bend the one I have now into a gauntlet shape. Alright. Yeah, that'll work. Now, let's see if we got any. Oh, 14 people. India. Oh, pfft. Wow. I didn't even realize who that was. America, what's going on? Born in Norway. Sadly. What do you mean, sadly? Living in America. USA. Salad. Oh, that's great. Peter. Anywhere else? Mexico. How's it going? Viewers from Mexico, USA, and Norwegian viewers, but Americans. Okay, that's cool. Stormtrooper armor. I've actually made Commander Cody and Captain Rex. Singapore. Okay, all right. The origin of your birth or nationality, that still counts. I'm still interested. That's all. That's all I care about. What? Oh, what's up, Sheriff? How's it going? Hand gnome? What? Like a gun? I actually have made one of those before. Back in the early days of this channel. Back in 2020. Jesus, I can't believe that's already 5 years ago. That is wild. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anywhere else? They don't deserve likes or... What? Oh, yeah, people who say like this if you love your parents. Yeah, I know. Those people just make me sick. Unless they're joking with it, of course. I should make a sandwich with the crust cut off and cut into triangles. You know what? That would be a good April Fool's idea. I'm wondering what the star next to your name means. Does that mean you're a public subscriber or something? Or whatever? Halo Spartan Armor, that's a good idea. Love if you like your children. Born in the USA. My wife took them. It means I pay your salary. What? What does that mean? Napoleonic. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. We got our first What does the star mean? Does it mean you're a member? Because if you are, thank you. Okay, well, you are... Oh, sweet. Are you my first member? Okay, Okay. Well, thank you, Peter. You are entitled to early access to videos, members-only live streams, and your requests are my #1 priority. So, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I thought so. Thank you. Congratulations on being my first member, and probably also one of my first subscribers. I think I know who you are. So maybe I will make maybe I will make a tutorial on how to make a sandwich with the crust cut off. What did you gotta say about that? Oh yeah, I figured. Thank you. I'm being burnt on a steak for being what? Okay, anyway, well, first member, haha. Okay, goes piss off. All right. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Peter. What's going on, Sheriff? I know you're from my Discord, so please elaborate with me on what the hell's going on. Wait, I think I mentioned this last time. Has anyone seen Nosferatu? It's actually very, very good. It's for a sophisticated audience, but I think they were doing a lot of analogies when it came to the plague coming into that town, because sure, the haunted ship arose, or it came to the town, but like, and Nosferatu was coming to like bring terror upon the town. But like also there was a bunch of rats that crawled off of the ship. They called it a plague ship, and you know, the worst thing a demon or a vampire could do is bring plague and like, you know, clap your wife's cheeks or whatever. You guys just have to watch the movie. It's really disgusting. But like I think that the analogy was, the plague was associated with demonic rituals and crazy people who, you know, weren't really, they were crazy, but craziness was also associated with religion and demons. So I think they were using the rats to like show what actually also happened, and then the people who were being personally affected by Nosferatu were having epileptic seizures, which was, what do you know, blamed on demons and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, headaches were blamed on demons. However, the main character's wife had a cat. And that's important because she wasn't suffering from the plague. She was suffering from seizures, but she didn't get the plague. So the story was revolved around her personally being affected by Nosferatu. But I'm thinking she didn't get the plague because she had a cat. And women that had cats were less likely to get the plague back in the day, or whatever the virus was, because cats eat disgusting creatures like rats that carry plagues and stuff. So they were accused of witchcraft back in the day. That's why black cats are associated with like bad luck and witches and stuff. Here's the piece we were aiming for. We got to make another one after that cools off. I don't know if that's what the movie was trying to portray, but it's something I picked up on, and I thought it was a very interesting detail. That's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, I recommend Nosferatu to anyone who's 18 or older. Or whatever. I don't really care. It's up to you. You watch it whenever you want to watch it. Most of my viewers are from the USA. That's a free country, so watch it. But I warn you, it's disgusting. Ah, sweet. We got the Sidney Crosby badge. For those who don't know, my members get badges, and I picked, let me think, Alexander the Great, Napoleon Bonaparte, Scipio, and Sidney Crosby, because those are all amazing leaders in history. So, yeah, that's why. There will be more badges. So yeah, Space Marine armor. Yeah, eventually. So yeah, thank you, Peter, for demonstrating what my viewers have so far. They get those special badges like Sid, Scipio, Napoleon, Alexander. There will be more, but those are the ones I set up for my members so far. Peter, if you don't mind me asking, what member level are you? Are you common folk or knight or emperor? What are you at? 5-2. Oh, that's Scipio? Common folk. Okay, all right. So you see, so right there, that's the 99-cent version. If you guys didn't know, that's the member for 99 cents. That helps me to a degree, and you get all those cool badges, and you will get streams just for you guys. But so far, we only got one member, and it's Peter. Thank you very much, Peter. Can you do a Napoleon badge if that's available? 5-2. There's nothing. I may as well be a peasant. See, I avoided peasant as a term. I chose common folk. Yeah, Napoleon. There we go. So you guys get banners, and there will be more banners I will put on for the common folk level. But how do you get tall like me? You gotta drink a lot of milk. You gotta eat fruits and vegetables. You gotta avoid disgusting, processed foods. And you just got to be great. There's no shame in being short, Like I said, Napoleon was average height for his time, but a lot of amazing figures in history were pretty short. Jesus himself was not that tall, but he's Jesus, so yeah, there's no shame in being short. You could still be great. There's an angry mob outside my house. Wait. Nightly cardboard is being put on witch trials. Oh yeah, there's been some trials going on in the Discord. If you want to be heaven, love God. Yeah, oh yeah, people use religion as an excuse to get subscribers and likes. It's just, yeah. Danny DeVito's short, and he's also amazing. Your cat flew away. You guys are having some very interesting scenarios, and I don't know why you're telling me about it. You need to go find a scientist or a priest. Oh God, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm so sorry. We gotta cut this out. Actually, let me aim to finish at least one gauntlet for the stream, and then maybe tomorrow you guys will see the next part to me finishing the gauntlet, and then we'll probably work on the pauldrons. Anyway. Yeah, so if I had like 14 people on the common folk level of my membership, that's $14. I don't know what it would add up to. I've never received a membership paycheck from YouTube. Like from memberships, but assuming that would be like 14 extra bucks, that's a huge step forward for me, and I could use that to make exclusive content for you guys, and then eventually it will be shared with the rest of my regular subscribers. Like I said, I would only do the memberships as long as I'm returning the favor some way, you know? So that's why there's no shame in me doing it so long as I'm returning the favor. That's what you're supposed to do, right? I hate people that just make stupid, goofy faces at the camera on YouTube Shorts. I look at their channel, they have millions of subscribers, and people send them money gifts of like $500. I'm just beyond disbelief when it comes to that bullshit. But, you know, I'm not here to ridicule them. They're the ones that got lucky, but they don't seem to want to admit that getting famous is 70% luck. So I'm waiting for my 70% luck pot to kick in. That's all. Anyway, elastic is what I need. So we'll use I don't know. We'll use this. There we go. All right. And we're gonna avoid using T-pins because that was a flaw in my earlier-ish design. 16 people. Okay, that's great. German Gothic Knight. Do not worry. You did not miss anything. I was yapping about, you know, YouTube's algorithm screwing me over anyway, so it's all good. Now Napoleon's Grand Army is outside your house. Sheriff, you're cooked. I don't know what to tell you. Mark. Oh, wait. Milk over all beverages. Oh, no. Water, then milk, then all the other beverages. Can't wait to unblock live stream. Oh, unlock. Yeah, you get that, I think, at 1,000 subscribers or something. I forget. So we're going to take these 3 pieces. We're going to stack them like this. Here's the tips of the fingers, and they're going to go like this. And then we're going to combine them with elastic strap like this on the side, and then one down the middle, and then it will be flexible. So I'm going to do that, and then you guys will see the result and know what I was talking about. So let's flip these all over. I try to do this part last, but it goes, because it kind of hinders, it kind of gets in the way. And then we'll do I'm right-handed, so we'll do that. How much overhang? And then that's going to go, oh wait, whoops, almost did it backwards. Yep, because this is going underneath, and this is going underneath that too. So I'm going to have to leave a little extra overhang. I need a piece longer than this. I need overhang to attach this piece and then all that onto the van brace itself. So that's about good. And the thing I hate more than anything whenever I see those stupid, effortless, famous YouTube channels on my YouTube Shorts feed or For You feed is they use the most, oh my god, parasitic brain rot sound. Like the Mufasa Brother song. It makes me want to Anakin Skywalker myself. If that makes any sense. It's the most PG thing I could possibly say. It makes me want to take a fat kid at Kmart. I got that from Theo Vaughn. Okay. just like my folds on my Kuros, we're going to put some glue at the bottom here. And do this, like that. Okay. Next piece, we'll try to make it straight-ish. And then make the elastic straight. We'll do the same thing here. Wait, am I doing this right? Yeah. Yeah. They just like ruin good songs is what I'm trying to get at. Like they'll pick a song that's already I hate it when they ruin good songs, they make them annoying, or they already pick an extremely excruciatingly insufferable song that's already overused and then put it on their video. And what is the video? They're staring at the camera and they pasted a meme over it with another meme underneath. That is what I call brain rot. You're doing nothing but wasting your time in life just for nothing. George Washington? You dressed up as Napoleon, and what a goated choice of a costume, man. I like that. Then this goes on here, like that. Not to mention Mufasa was just another quick Disney cash grab with awful, subtle messages. Yeah, you know. I'm so lucky I was born in the early 2000s, so I got to witness the birth of the MCU. Oh, I'd give anything to experience that all over again. Jesus. Like, it was just the golden era of superheroes for real. Iron Man, oh my god, the Iron Man is I have to give him credit. He's the reason I am the way I am. You know, he just show up to the base he was held hostage at, and then that scene where he shoots a missile back at that tank after dodging a missile the first time, or he gets hit. So like, you know, the character isn't invincible. He's badass in a very specific way. You know, he gets nailed in the face by an artillery shell. And then he picks himself off. His armor has all that soot covering it. He gets up, and then after he gets hit in the face with an artillery shell, the tank fires again, and then he turns away and dodges it. Then he shoots a missile back at it. And he knows he's a weapons manufacturer, so he knows it would make sense for him to know the result of that missile. It's going to blow up the tank. So that's why it makes sense for him to shoot it and turn around all cool and walk away as it blows up in the background. That was a perfect scene. And it wasn't we don't like female characters. I mean, wait, let me rephrase that. We don't hate strong female characters. We just hate lazy writing and bad characters. Like Ripley from Alien, she's an amazing female lead. Mako Pentecost from Pacific Rim, also a great female character. But but like, what's her name? Cassie from Ant-Man 3. She's just like a genius in every category, and that makes no sense. At what point in her life did she make the ability to make a quantum navigation machine? It makes no sense. Like, at least have parts of the movie that make sense. They just throw it in, and then of course they make her an unlovable, insufferable, obnoxious asshole to top it all off. That's what we call the MCU. Again, like I said, we don't hate female characters. We hate bad female characters. They're just awful and lazily written. That are Mary Sue's and perfect. Iron Man doesn't fall. And hey, male characters can have that problem too. Like The Rock, when he plays any character ever, he's always a confused meatball that's playing a guy in the jungle. All the time. And Black Adam is an example of that lack of range character where they never get their ass kicked. Like, you need to have the character get their ass kicked for you to like them. Or you don't just kick their ass. You have to make them likable. Like Captain America, the whole point of him was he wasn't chosen because he's a smart guy or a powerful guy. It's because he was a good guy. He was a good man, and that's why I forget his name. The scientist chose Steve Rogers for the super soldier experiment because the super soldier serum doesn't just amplify your body to make you stronger, faster, and smarter and faster metabolism. It also enhances your personality. So that's why the Red Skull, who had the same experiment done on him, turned extra evil because he was already evil. He said it amplifies everything. The evil, it turns the bad into worse, the good into great, you know? That's why he chose Steve Rogers, and he's humble, and that's why he was worthy of Mjolnir in Avengers Endgame. They didn't just pop in Steve Rogers out of nowhere without any prior origin story and make him completely unlikable and perfect, and oh, magically he can lift Mjolnir. No, he would be the guy without the serum to jump on top of a grenade to protect his comrades. That's why he's worthy of Mjolnir, because he's a humble guy. He'd always take the hit for his crew. That's why he's the leader of the Avengers, you know. And Iron Man, the reason he's such a lovable character is because he is flawed, but he learns from his mistakes. But he's flawed because he's not the leader. Since day one, I remember when Thor took Loki out of the Quinjet, and then he goes, Stark, we need a plan of attack. And he goes, I have a plan. Attack. Now, that was cool. It was funny. And it shows his plan isn't a very good plan. He fights Thor, and then the only one to stop them was Captain. But, like, and then that scene follows up to be a great scene. But, my point is, like, that's why Iron Man almost beat Thanos in Infinity War on Titan, because Star-Lord, an actual leader of a crew, was on his side. So that's why, and of course, so my point is, Iron Man has the power, but he does not have the leadership. That's one of his flaws. My other point is, a character like Captain or Iron Man are so lovable because they have flaws. You know? Not, like, you can't just throw those guys in and be like, oh yeah, they're likable because we say so. No, they're relatable. Like, Captain America struggles with the culture shock of being in a futuristic world after literally meeting the love of his life and then falling in the ice for 70 years. It's tough. Like, it's actually sad. It makes you sympathize for them. You don't just give them these powers that are completely undeserved, and you just make the plot happen. The plot is literally just, this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. The creators of South Park said, you've already effed up if that's what your story looks like. You need to make a story that goes, this happens because this happened, and this is happening, therefore that happens. It's a chain of events, it's a circle, you know? It's almost as if you have to try when you write movies and not have ChatGPT write them for you. Disney. Jesus. So yeah, if you're getting my point, those characters are likable because they're likable, not because they're told to be likable. And if you don't like them, rightfully so, we're not told that we're a bunch of obnoxious, misogynistic incels. Like, it's a superhero franchise. What audience makes up superhero fans? Men. Mostly men. So what do you expect? And even if they're not men, I couldn't imagine what aspiring females watching superhero films would look up to awful characters like Captain Marvel and go, I want to be that. An arrogant Mary Sue piece of shit. Like, who wants that? Like, Iron Man was able to be looked up to because he's an asshole, but he's funny with it. No one likes an asshole unless you're funny with it. But also, he gets humbled when he gets trapped in a cave after his own weapons literally put a hole in his chest and put shrapnel constantly going to his heart. It's like he's constantly dying and living at the same time because of the arc reactor, which raises the stakes. There's an actual, like, point to watching the movie. That's why Marvel succeeded so well, because they're like, oh wait, we're not going to suffer from superhero fatigue. We're actually going to build a whole universe around this, and you're going to continue watching it because you want to see what happens next to Tony. How is he going to get out of this situation? How is he going to get out of that situation? Not because, oh, you have this big name actor in a big name movie. See, now he's a big name actor. He's so big that Marvel's resorting to using him as Doctor Doom because they suck so bad now. They're bringing RDJ back. Like, how embarrassing. Not for RDJ, though. I don't care. I stopped caring about Marvel after the abysmal Phase 5. I mean, honestly. It's just obnoxious. I don't like the TV show series either. I don't want to watch a watered down version of my favorite heroes in a bad show. Like, I only like movies, to be honest with you. Unless it's like SpongeBob or something like that. Which is completely unhinged now. Like, what do you want me to do? Lower my standards to watch the MCU or the Gen Alpha SpongeBob? Hell no. Okay. We're going to glue this on after the glue dries. We're going to glue this whole piece onto the rest of the gauntlet and then call this the live stream because it's already been like almost 2 hours. Wait, how, what? 120 minutes would be 2 hours, right? Yeah. And we're creeping up on that. This is already my longest live stream ever because I spent so much of it yapping about stuff and talking about my membership. But yeah. If you're new to my live streams, this is how they go typically. I mean, is it interesting? I'll keep doing this if you guys like me. Just today we're gonna build gauntlets. What's really happening? I'm just gonna be bitching and moaning about things that everyone else agrees with while I build the thing, sort of. Hey, there's a new content idea. See, okay, here is the functionality of the thing I built. This is the oven mitt part of the hand. And see how functional it is? It's beautiful. I love that. And the elastic and if you want to put the rivets on for style and cosmetics, you can use dots of hot glue and wait for them to dry, but you'll have to hold it there so it doesn't get warped. Or use googly eyes and put them there, and then spray paint it silver. And if you don't want the googly eyes to shake like that, I explained how to fix that in my Brigandine tutorial. You get the tip of your hot glue gun and push in just for a second, and then let that dry, and it pushes the pupil forward so it doesn't shake. Hear that? Exactly. Neither do I. So yeah, if you want the cosmetics, use googly eyes, modify the googly eyes, and then glue them to your thing, your project, whatever it is. Now we are going to take this and glue it onto that. Onto that. Oh yeah, underneath here. Boom, just like that. I think we're going to skip the thumb because I'm getting tired already. So you guys get the gist of it. We'll probably do another stream where I update you on that. But look, it matches perfectly. If your hand's smaller than mine, decrease the size of this piece or decrease the quantity of them. And then we'll get on the thumb next live stream. But we'll attach this and then we'll end it. I want to see what you guys had to say about everything I just said. Hi, how's it going? Welcome to the stream if you're just popping in. I'm out of breath. Deadpool Wolverine. Oh, wait, no. Deadpool Wolverine, a good post-Endgame movie. Guardians 3, and Spider-Man No Way Home. But Spider-Man No Way Home is probably the worst out of those. Not because it's bad, it's just because the rewatch problem, you know? As soon as you rewatch it, you're like, man, it's not that good of a plot, but, you know, we asked to see all the Spider-Men come together, so we'll give it the pass. Also, that's kind of the thing, you know, when I watched it in theaters for the first time, it was such a magical moment. I'd give anything to go see it for the first time, you know, because that was the best time you'll ever see it, for the first time. But then, yeah, so those are the three best post-Endgame movies. Spider-Man 3, Deadpool 3, Guardians 3. Let's attach this to this. Perfect. Wow, that ended up working out very well. to be clear, I don't mind when a TV show appeals to a bigger audience, like, for example, including more female characters in Star Wars or like Marvel or DC. There's nothing wrong with that, even though it initially started off with a mostly male fan base, so it's going to appeal to men. Because there's already great characters that are female, like Ahsoka Tano, Princess Leia, Padme Amidala, who else? Asajj Ventress. Who's that other general? Or I'm just thinking of other like Jedi or Sith Lords that are like actually good female characters that we all enjoyed watching. Why can't you just make more good versions of those? You know, I don't mind that you're including more female characters. I care that you're making them bad. And like I said, I feel like I speak for the girls watching because they want to see good female characters too. I don't want to see Dwayne Johnson kick everybody's ass and then his ass not get kicked. Like, sure, it's cool for a little bit, but then it gets boring. I want to watch Iron Man get his ass beat, and then that makes you want him to beat the villain's ass. But it doesn't make sense unless there's an emotional connection. Are we all clear on what my point is? It has nothing to do with sexism, has nothing to do with misogyny. I just care about the well-being of viewers. It's almost as if I'm making a YouTube channel that cares about the well-being of viewers. I should have just titled this live stream, Talk to a Podcast with Mark. And we just talk about this stuff. Just me complaining about things that we all pretty much agree with. Unless you guys like completely unnecessarily overpowered characters that are assholes that don't need help, the plot just does all the work for them, then maybe I'm just completely crazy. X-23, the Wolverine's daughter, she's awesome, you know? I'm not trying to, I mean, am I wrong? Live stream where we just talk about stuff with us. Oh, don't worry, I will, eventually. Squid Game. Oh, the first season was good. Second season, I did not watch. As a matter of fact, I didn't even watch the first season. I just watched bits and pieces of it, but I got the gist of it, and I actually thought it was good. I'm actually more concerned about Mr. Beast's Squid Game. He's literally he's become the Joker. He's literally like Heath Ledger's Joker, testing society on, you know, would you rather take this amount of money for yourself or help your team or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this is just societal, a mirror of society. It's sad. Like, there's people crying because they needed the money. I'm like, that's terrible. I'm not, downplaying Mr. Beast, nor could I. He's the king of YouTube right now. And even if I was insulting him, who cares? He's the king of YouTube. He's untouchable. Oh, that's not completely true. But my point is, Jesus, he's really, sure, he's giving people opportunities to win money, but, at such an emotional cost. I don't even think I want to be part of that. Sure, you win $100,000 or $500,000, but now you're seen as an asshole on the internet. God. The whole point of Squid Game is the whole game was done privately on the black market behind curtains. And the only people that knew about it were the people playing, you know? It's wild. But whatever, it's interesting. Alright. Here's the gauntlet so far. My voice is starting to hurt. And, we're going to build the thumb probably tomorrow. We might do a live stream tomorrow, but we will do a future stream. And if you haven't checked out my membership tiers. Go check those out, please. There's all kinds of. I'll do more live streams, and then you guys could throw in those badges like Peter did. And here is what it looks like. I gotta add like a little bar to grab onto, to actually grip onto with my hand. But the flexibility is astounding, and this will not damage the cardboard unless it takes a hit, because the T-fasteners would actually tug and tear on the cardboard. So let's put it on my armor stand. And then we'll probably say goodbye after this for today. See, it's supposed to go over the already existing van brace, like so. And then we might have to trim this part because it's already bumping into the coutures. But this is what it looks like so far. Looks pretty good. And yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate you all watching. If you have any questions, ask them now. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Nope. Looking great. Of course, same student. Take care, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Pale King. What's up? What's going on? Cardboard Armor Smith. Oh, he's great. We're a symbiotic community. I love the Cardboard Armor Smith. He talks to me. We subscribe to each other, if you guys didn't know that already. I try to give him advice all the time. He refers to me as his sensei, which I am completely honored because he makes plenty of great stuff, not to mention. And I talk about him all the time. I always refer you guys to him because he makes cardboard armor mostly, like he paints his armor, but like he will also leave it unpainted because his goal is to make clean, just cardboard armor. And at one point that was my goal, but I like the color of paint on the cardboard. And it allows me to cover up mistakes, and it allows me to use other materials that aren't brown cardboard. But that's what he does, and it's a challenge on its own, so I think that's really cool. That's my opinion on the Armorsmith. All right, guys. Take care. I appreciate it. Adios, amigos. SMG4 channel. I do not know who that is. All right. I'm ending this. Bye-bye.